Hello, Cub Scouts. My name is Al Lambert. I'm the Director of Outdoor Adventures for the Boy Scouts of America. And as you go through Cub Scouting and into Scouts BSA, you're going to find yourself on some amazing adventures, even to places like this where you could learn how to canoe. We do canoeing best at the Northern Tier High Adventure Base. And John Van Dries and the team are going to take you through your next adventure. So John, take it away.
Thanks, Al. Hi guys, I'm John, and my staff and I can't wait to welcome you in a few years up here to Northern Tier. Whether you come for a canoeing adventure like these guys or a winter camping expedition, you're going to just love your time here in the beautiful, awesome Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness. But right now, I get to introduce you to Paul and Nolan, who are going to teach you a little bit of some things you need to know. Have fun and be safe, and we'll see you up here soon.
I'm Nolan.
We work here up at Northern Tier, and we're going to teach you some stuff today.
We're going to teach you guys how to build a fire.
We're going to teach you how to cook on that fire.
So, to build our fire today, we're going to be using a log cabin technique. No, not like that one. We're just going to build it here in our fire pit. Now, it's important that when you build a fire, that one, you're doing so under the supervision of a responsible adult. So that can be your parents, scout, cub master, anybody like that. And two, make sure that you're only using dead and downed wood. For one, it's going to burn a lot better than green wood, and for two, you don't want to just be cutting down trees like that to build a fire, because that's not healthy for those trees, right? So yeah. To start off, we're going to be using our tinder here. We have some nice birch bark. This will burn real well. We also have some fiber stuff that we pulled off some of the logs, and this will burn well too because there's a lot of space in here for air to get through, and air carries oxygen, and that's one of the parts of the fire triangle that you guys may know about. So we're just setting this down here in the middle. And we're going to take these two logs here and just kind of set them down like this to be the foundation of our log cabin. And from there, take our smaller sized sticks, build them up like that, just like you're making a house out of linking logs or something. And just start stacking them like that. And set those on top there. And that's about it. There's your log cabin. So, we're going to be lighting our fire with these matches here today. When you are lighting your fire, just make sure you do so in the presence of a responsible adult. That can be your parents, your cub master, someone like that who you trust. So yeah, just go ahead and strike your match. Just like that. Make sure you shield it from the wind so it doesn't blow out. And then go ahead and light your tinder.
Alright, we're going to teach you how to make one of the most classic on-trail Northern Tier dishes. If you come up here and go fishing, you might just catch one of these guys. We're going to teach you how to make a lemon-peppered walleye. So first and most importantly, you need a lemon. If you don't have a lemon, lemon juice or lemon pepper seasoning will suffice. So we're going to take our lemon, cut a couple slices off of our lemon there, put them in our tin foil. Set our knife there. Now normally, we might have a fresh walleye, but we have these nice walleye fillets today to show you guys. So we're going to take our walleye fillets and lay them down inside our tin foil right here. Just like that. I think I can fit a couple in there. Let me get one more in there. Now, We need some salt and pepper. Just put a little bit of salt all on our fish there. A little bit of pepper. And you want to flip them over. Make sure you get both sides. You get your pepper and your salt on your other side too. Not as much though. All right, and we're good to go ahead and wrap up our fish in our tin foil. And then we're good to go take it on the fire. Alright guys, we're going to show you guys how to make one of the simplest hobo dinners that you can, wrapped in foil, stuck in your campfire. So all we really need for this is we need some sausage, some onions, some celery. So we have that right here. We'll go ahead and just add that in to our tin foil wrap right there. And get some potatoes. Everybody likes potatoes. Potatoes are pretty good to have. So just put some of those guys in there. You also need some vegetables. So we're going to add some green beans into our hobo dinner there. Salt and pepper is important. Have a good seasoning, so add some salt. Add some pepper. Now you want to wrap this so that way you don't have a lot of stuff leaking out. So I like to come across, and across again, and then fold up my sides. Almost like you're wrapping a Christmas present, because it's a Christmas present to yourself. Then we take our little dinner here. We're gonna walk it over to our campfire. And we're just gonna gently set it down inside. And be really careful, because the fire is hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So if you're nervous about it, ask a cub master or an adult for help. Walleye is a big part of northern tier, so we're gonna check on our first dish here. This is our walleye. We've been cooking it for a little while now. Let's have a look. Be very careful opening these so you don't get yourself hurt. Oh yeah. Look at that. There's our walleye. Looks pretty ready to eat to me. Alright, I just pulled our hobo dinner off the fire and let's take our first little peek at it. Ooh, that looks just about right. We've got a full meal right there. We've got our sausage, we've got our potatoes, we've got our green beans, and we got some celery and onions in there. One of my personal favorite tin foil dinners on a campfire. It's one of the easiest ones to make.
So for dessert, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook some cinnamon rolls. And the best way to do that over a campfire is to take your cinnamon roll like this, and you'll notice that it kind of peels apart into one long strip. So that's what we're gonna do, just kind of peel apart like this. Now for this stick I have here, I find that about this much is good. So we'll take that, set this off to the side, we can cook that later. And you're just gonna kind of thin it out with your fingers. Let's just make sure it's a bit easier to cook evenly. So thin it out like this. And we're gonna take our stick, which we've whittled down to a nice clean, past the bark, a nice clean area of wood. We're just gonna take this and start wrapping it around in a spiral shape. Just take that, go around and line up the edges. See how that goes? Just spin it around like this. And there. It's all wrapped up. I'm just going to pinch it a few times just to make sure everything's sealed together because you don't want it unraveling over the fire. Just go ahead and do that, and then it's ready to go and start cooking. Yeah, so I'm cooking a cinnamon roll on a stick here. Over in Norway they call this peanut butter, which just means stick bread, so pretty self-explanatory, but the key here is 1, thin dough, and 2, patience. You're going to have to cook this reel for 5 or 6 minutes, and keep it up high so it doesn't get too hot. If you don't cook it slowly at a low temp, what will happen is you'll just get a charred outside and a raw inside. If you cook it long and slow though, you'll be able to get it cooked all the way through. and it'll be pretty tasty. So yeah, our stick bread is now done. As you can see, it looks like it cooked pretty well. A nice golden brown color is what we want. I'm just gonna tear off a piece and try it. First, you gotta dip it in the icing. There we go. And yeah, it's cooked all the way through, so it's not doughy or anything, but we also didn't burn the outside, so that's good. It just tastes like a normal cinnamon roll, except better because we made it ourselves and all that. Yay.
Thank you for joining us as we taught you how to make your own campfire.
And cook a nice meal over it.
We hope to see you up here in the Northwoods at Northern Tier someday.